It'll power everybody, because humanity, in my strong opinion, I don't remember exactly who coined this first. It was some series I was watching on TV back in the day before streaming was a super gigantic thing, but there was a researcher, a scientist that put forward the theory of the Supra-Organism, which is the collective species taken as a whole of any creature, whether it's seals, whales, dolphins, humans, that they comprise together a form of super consciousness. There's a level of expression of connectedness that, because I now know and fully comprehend that we are psychic, we are magical, there's a degree of people cloud and uploading, a collective utilization. That could be our Akashic record, that could just be the collective sum total knowledge of an entire species. I think it doesn't really matter, again, the labels. What matters is that it's there. I mentioned in prior videos that there have been research studies that did peer-reviewed and repeated across the globe in different areas multiple times that a subset of people that have had no experience with a certain kind of puzzle set will do significantly better, statistically relevantly better, than when it was first done after a little bit of time has passed and more people have essentially experienced it. And it holds water. I don't know exactly how. It's subjective. It's with astral projection and meditation and kind of utilizing the gateway experience by the Monroe Institute that you would all highly benefit from in terms of establishing a meditative practice, reaching the whole transcendental state, the kundalini stuff and whatnot. I think it's too label heavy. I think people are going to have too much difficulty in getting past their own kind of suspending disbelief in general and taking it seriously. It's going to be very difficult when you approach things from the, if it's good enough for the CIA, it's good enough for me. I think that's worth doing. That's my approach, and it damn well is a Bowflex for your mind and brain. I don't do all the exercises regularly. I haven't worked through all of the waves and discoveries, because that's what they're called, not tracks and discs. But they enable you to practice quickly, focused in a great way to achieve communication between the conscious and subconscious. Building that bridge. That is a critical element, if you missed it in the other videos, to getting the work you want done. You need to build that bridge. It is necessary for you to build that bridge. I highly recommend the Gateway Experience. You can find it online for free. I would still support them in general if you can afford it. I sadly can't. I had to pirate it. Sorry. If and when you guys start to support me and the learnings that I can impart upon you guys, I will more than happily return what is owed, so to speak, as much as it's overpriced for what it actually is. They're guided meditations, and they're not even called meditations. They're just listen to the dude in your ears. They're binaural beats. Wear the stupid headphones. Do the stupid exercise. They're 35 minutes each. There's 6 to 8 of them per CD. There's 6 CDs and additional stuff you could get. They aren't part of the original set. Oh, plus hackability of you and your mind with binaural beats. It's called Human Plus. The Monroe Institute was basically dude, they are a mystery school of hacking the brain and activating, utilizing it fully from a non-magical, but dives into the spiritual side of things, especially when you get into remote viewing, astral projection in general, speaking with other non-terrestrial entities, other energetic entities, things that aren't, living around the earth. It's not just in your head. It is definitely exterior to your soul, exterior to your form, exterior to the 3D around you. They don't speak English. I have very much had a problem with communication in that area. A very, very challenging series of escapades of my own fumble bumbles, unintentionally, randomly teleporting all over the place, God knows where, when, how, or in what manner, but entirely unintentionally. And thankfully, overwhelmingly, these entities have been exceedingly patient with me and very, very polite. I haven't had any kind of snobbery except for a handful of times for a few particular reasons I won't go into right now in this video. But anyways, the Gateway Experience. Those little exercises, maybe because I was able to accept it, internalize it, and believe it wholeheartedly because it was coming from a framework of science, rigor, scientific testing, understanding, like grounded levels of knowledge. I was probably able to take much more benefit from it right away than maybe some people will have. If you're first discovering this kind of magic stuff and barely getting into it and still kind of finding it hard to believe, and you're like, dude, that's totally like editing, that's what is it, After Effects, and fucking, you're like, him moving his hand, whatever, dude. It's just gonna take you longer to get magical, and that's just gonna hinder everybody. Fuck it, be that way then. There's 7 billion of us plus, I think, or there's a lot of us. We outnumber you in terms of the believers and the non-believers, and not the Bible thumpers. Just the ones who are just like, spiritual, magical, magic, psychic, magic, science, everything. It's Thor, it's all one and the same. Boom. It's gonna take some time. I still have trouble with it, especially with a straight face, but it's fucking magic. It's not psychic, asterisk, and no magic. No. I am expressing my magical nature, calling it psychic, because it is from the scientific perspective. There's a link in the description that has the research paper for, what is it? I forget what it's exactly called. It's in the description. It talks about manipulating the electromagnetic spectrum via human hands. And it's your whole body. Your whole body is attenuating to affect reality. It is either generating waves, manipulating energy waves, the aether, however you really want to describe it. You need a functional understanding. You do not need a concrete, clear, whole Van Gogh-esque, like the Louvre painting. It doesn't need to be like built out for you in 3D in terms of your mind or everything. It's gonna help, but once you have even the most stick man-esque kind of visual understanding or comprehension, it's gonna let you move forward, because you only need to know enough to get what you want done and then build from there. I'm not gonna go and say, you need to be safe because if you don't do this, you're gonna end up blowing yourself up. Nah, dude, we're all too fucking weak. We are all way too psychically, magically fat, lazy, sedentary. None of us have exercised this because we don't believe in it. Oh, and that's a big thing. Because of the Supra-Organism theory that I have, every single person that you show your abilities to, talk about, fully believe in, that you get on board, factors in because of that. We impact each other and the ability for us to, the efficacy of our work that we want to get done, the capacity that we can express ourselves, especially if there's embarrassment, self-consciousness, shame, or any kind of like stage fright. Those are going to influence you. Trust me, when I was first going out in public, like I really couldn't get shit to move. And it was like, frustrating because I wasn't trying to say like, hey, look at me. It was more just like, oh, I need to get past my nervousness. Now it's like, I don't fucking care. If they're a real person, they're not a real person. They're going about their day, I'm going about my day. They're an NPC, they're not an NPC. I don't know. I see people react, no one wants to talk to me, no one wants to ask a question. Maybe people are just doing their own thing, whatever. But every single person that witnesses this, it gets uploaded into the consciousness field of humanity. It then more enables attunement for everyone else on the planet, every human that there is, everyone we're connected to. Express yourself. Don't in any way shy away. Be forthright. Be, stalwart in your understanding and belief when you're actually there. Don't fake it. Don't fake it. If you don't believe, figure out how we can get you from here to there. How we can get you from, start to doing something to where it's real to you, because the second it's real to you, it's going to help every single human being get stronger, faster, harder, better, faster, stronger, man. Seriously, because I have no doubts that I'm able to express myself the way I am currently with the degree of strength or finesse. It's due to people's talking about spirituality, people on TikTok, spiritual TikTok, witch talk, even the Bible thumpers, because faith is still magic, especially some of the stories they believe. Please, you fundamentalists, just accept magic exists. Don't label it with angels and demons and raptures and all this other nonsense, man. It's labels. Don't get stuck in the labels. Just accept. Whether or not there is a God, he doesn't give a fuck about you. Also, he's not a he, because he did not just shit out women and men and everything, okay? Men don't do that. Men and women create together additional things. When I can manifest a baby, then you can say God is a dude. Otherwise, get over it, please. You are holding everyone back. You are holding everyone back by being mired in your labels, by being mired in your judgment of others, by being stuck stuck in your zealotous crusade against everyone that is not your club, that does not play with your imaginary friend, Whether or not we willed him into existence or not, or them into existence or not, or he's like Enki or some alien, who cares? They're a deadbeat dead who isn't here. Fuck them. It's Team Human. Team Humanity. That is it. Everyone else is the bad guy. It is Team Humanity. You want to agree with that? Sweet. If you don't want to agree with that, let's have a debate. Because seriously, man, seriously, girl, we are the only team that will back us. There is no Arcturians, there is no Galactic Federation of Light, there is none of these advanced species helping any of us directly. It's all in your fucking head with the voice or some imagery through your astral projection and shit. You can touch, feel, communicate, love, experience, have the full range of emotions with human beings. And we can pair bond with like animals and, you know, inanimate objects as well too. But frankly, those are way more real than any non-terrestrial, any energetic being that I've come across. And if you have a different experience, that'd be great. Let's get them Nagas on camera, straight up. Let's get them straight up speaking whatever moon language they speak.